What's going on, everybody? JD Game here, and today guys we're going to be continuing how to build Hello Neighbor Alpha 2 Remastered in Minecraft. So today I believe is going to be the final episode where we're going to put the roof on this thing, and we're also going to work on the interior of the second floor. You never know, maybe down the line there'll be a bonus episode or something doing the outside, but for now we'll just focus on this. So let's jump straight into things. So to begin today's episode, we're going to focus on the interior of the second floor first. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go upstairs from the inside, and in this corner right here, we're just going to grab some dark oak stairs, and we're going to place them upside down in the corner, followed by another set to make the bottom look like this, with a dark oak trapdoor on the end. On top of this, in the left-hand corner, we're also going to put a flower pot, and then this little area is complete. Now we're going to shift our attention over here to the first little area. And what we're going to do here is we're going to start off by grabbing a dark oak fence, and on this block we're just going to place our dark oak fence, followed by a dark oak pressure plate on top. Then in the corner here we're going to put an armor stand, and we're going to follow that up by putting quartz stairs in the corner. That's just supposed to be like a covered up chair. Then what we need to do is we're going to grab some warped planks, and on this edge right here we're going to extend it out 2 blocks. Then on this pillar, we're going to go all the way up to the top, just like this. And then we're going to place a block on top, like that, creating kind of like a little hallway. For this, we're also going to place one on top, but we're going to leave a gap here, because just like in the game, there's a hole in the wall. So we want to leave it just like that. And there we go. Now we're also going to grab a spruce wood stair. We're going to place it at the bottom of this hole. Then we're going to grab our spruce wood trapdoors, putting them on each end of the stairs, and just like that, we have our first room complete. So now that we have our first room complete, we're now going to turn our attention to the second one. But before we do that, we just want to grab some warp stairs, and right underneath here, we just want to place a set of upside down stairs, just kind of closing off this little gap here. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to grab an armor stand, and at an angle, we want to place it right here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to grab some barrels, and up against this wall on the left-hand side, we're going to go to the second block, so skip 1. We want to jump up and place a barrel pointing upwards. We're then going to grab some quartz stairs and place them up against this wall, just like this. We're going to grab some birch trapdoors, and on both ends, we want to just put them up, putting some arms on the chairs. We're then going to turn over to the right wall. We're going to grab another quartz stair and just place it in the corner like this, followed by some trapdoors on each side. And then we're going to go back to barrels, and then coming 2 blocks out of the quartz stairs here, we want to place a barrel facing us, and then we also want to turn to the right wall and place another barrel pointing in the left direction. So as you can see, if I stand here, you'll see which direction each barrel is going in. Then to finish things off in this room, we're just going to grab some flower pots, put one on the floor behind the barrel, and one right here. And there we go, yet another room complete. Now to finish off the details upstairs, we're just going to work in this final room right here. And to begin, we're going to go to where the door is so I can put everything in perspective. We're going to start in that back right-hand corner. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a barrel, and we're going to have it facing outwards towards us, towards more the middle of the room. Then what we're going to do is we're going to end up putting a barrel on top, facing in this direction, and one below it just like that, so they're both facing the same way. Then we're going to turn our attention to the other corner. We're going to grab a mangrove door, and what we're going to do with this is we're going to come from the inside. Whoops, nope, that was wrong. We're going to place it right up against the wall just like this. We're then going to grab a warp door, and that one we're going to come inside and place it just like that with a trapdoor on top, and as per usual, that's just a little closet. Then we're going to grab a painting, and what we're going to try and do is we want to try and get a 2x2 painting right here, which could unfortunately be a little bit tricky. There we go. Cool, villagers, why not? Let's do it. We're going to put one right in the middle here. See, it's perfectly aligned right between the door and this barrel. So we're going to put a painting there. Then we're going to grab a dark oak fence. We're going to put it in the corner here with a pressure plate on top, just like this. Next up, what we're going to do is we're going to grab some dark oak stairs. And what I would like to do is we want to place 2, almost looking like a table, connected just like this, with trapdoors all around them. So we're going to have to squat to place the ones in the corners, obviously. There we go. We'll end up fixing this after. I'll explain what it is in a second. And then we're going to grab, once again, another painting, and we want to get a 1x2, just like that, right here. So we can use this because we used it downstairs. Kind of cool. Then we're going to grab a barrel, and we want to have it come out 2 blocks from that painting. And then to finish things off, what we want to do is we want to just break open a space lined up with the door for a window. There we go, and I'll be back with further instructions. So to finish off this room, all we need to do is grab some glass panes, and we're going to put it in this space that we just broke for a window, and we're going to finish things off with some iron bars all on top of the trapdoors. And this is just supposed to be like a little crib. I apologize, it's not the best model, but hey, it works, so it's good. There we go. Now we got the complete interior finished. Alrighty, so now we're going to be working on one of the most important parts of the build, the roof. And to do this, we're going to need some warped planks and some spruce wood stairs. So to begin, we're going to go to the left-hand side here, and we're going to take our warped planks, and what we want to do is on the pillar that we have over there, as well as this corner, we want to put a block and then connect it to the room that we already have. So look, we're going to go up with the block and connect it. Then, on each side, what we want to do is we want to go in a block and just continuously make this same pattern over and over again. There we go, all the way until we're at the top, just like this. We're going to do the same thing on this side, but you might notice when it comes to this side, we're going to run out of space. All we have to do is just shave off this corner, just like this. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to continue with that pattern all the way until we get to the top, just like this, and you'll notice it's perfect. It works out to be 2 blocks. That'll make a perfect point like this. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to place some spruce wood stairs on top of all of these points, including the end, just like this, and we want it to come out a block as well. So I'm going to do that as well. Whoops, don't want it to be upside down. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Make sure to come out one and put it on all the points. And don't forget, we also want to put one coming off of the end, just like that. Then we're going to go underneath all these stairs, and we're just going to place some upside down stairs like this. And we're going to do it on the other side as well. Whoops. Perfect, there we go. Now we have an idea of what's going on the left-hand side. We're going to do the same thing on the right. So let's go do that right now. Okay, so on this side, it's pretty much the exact same thing. So we're going to go to both corners. We're going to go up one warped plank block all the way to the end. And don't forget, we want to come in a block, and we just want to repeat this pattern all the way till we get to the top. So I'm just going to do that quickly right here. Whoops. And then, in all honesty, guys, it's the exact same thing. We're just going to grab our stairs. We're just going to make sure to come out one block. Let's just finish this off first. There we go. So we're going to make sure to grab our stairs. We're going to come out a block. Whoops. And this is just a good way to verify and make sure you didn't accidentally misplacing any blocks. So we're just going to continuously come down. Then what we're going to do is at the end here, we're just going to come off one block just like this. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, and don't forget, we're going to place stairs just underneath. So I'm going to do that quickly, and I will be right back once it's complete. And there you have it, fully complete. Everything looks good. We can now move on to the next portion of the roof. So we're going to start off by going to the back of the roof because it's much easier to do, so let's get this done and out of the way. And the first step is going to be to grab our spruce wood stairs, and from either the left or the right, makes no difference which side you go to, we're just going to connect them. So from the bottom, as you can see, they should line up perfectly. There we go. We're also going to do the same for the second row. And now you can see this looks a lot better as well. So with the first 2 rows complete, now what we're going to do is behind these peaks, we're just going to flip around and grab our warped planks, and from the top of the pillars, we just want to go back 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, and we want to do this with all the rows right down to the floor. So we're going to do the same over here, 1, 2, 3, and essentially we're just protecting the build so that whenever we continue to do the roof, there won't be any holes. So we're going to do the same thing right here. There we go, right over. And we're just going to finish off this last area. There we go, perfect. Now everything should be smooth sailing from here. Okay, so now that we have both peaks fixed up, what I'm going to show you now is how to merge the roof with the peaks. So we're going to start off in the left-hand side here, and we're just going to pretty much continue to merge the roof right up against the peaks. Now, once we reach the row where you'll see the roof is equal to these stairs, we just want to put them together just like that. And as you can see, it makes for a perfect merged point, and we're just going to continuously do this. So see right here, we're going to go to the end, and we're just going to merge them. Now you must be wondering, what do we do whenever we get to this point with the slab? Essentially, we just go right to the end like this, and then with our spruce wood stairs, we're just going to bypass it. We're just going right beside it, and we're going to go all the way to the end. Now I'm going to show you how to do it in the middle as well. What we want to do is we just want to continue to make our way up the middle, and nothing really changes, if I'm being totally honest. We're just going to go right up. Another thing to remember is, don't forget, we want to make sure that once we align ourselves with the same height as these stairs or the roof, we want to just put them together, just like this. See? Nothing complicated about that, right? Just keep it simple, take your time. So we want to go right up the middle until it's even with the roof here. Perfect. We're going to do the same thing with this second row. So we're going to go all the way to the end. Then we're going to come around this corner. And don't forget, look, we're even with it, so we got to merge it, just like this. I apologize if I didn't explain it well, but take a look. This is essentially what we need to do, okay? And once again, once we get to that height of the pillar, we can go all the way across right to the other side, okay? So on this side, let's do that now. We want to make sure that we come out right up against the wall. And then we go, oh, okay, right here, we know that we're going to be lining up with the roof. And then we just merge it. See? And then we go all the way to the end. Perfect. We're once again going to grab our slabs, which are just going to line up with the roof nicely here. And then from here, we just got to fill this in. I'm going to be fully honest, if you can complete this portion of it, you can clearly just fill this in. And we're going to fill in this entire side. Don't do anything on the other side just yet. Just finish up this side. Once I get everything filled in, I will be right back. Okay, so now that we have the entire roof done, there is one little thing we have to note. If we come and drop down here where the bottom is, what we want to do is we just want to grab some spruce wood planks, and right on top of these trapdoors, we just want to place some planks, and we want to cover up this hole as well. So we're just going to fill this whole thing in. There we go. Perfect. That way you can't see into the roof, because, I mean, that would be kind of offsetting and weird, so there we go. Everything looks good now. We're all set. This side is complete. And now, probably the trickiest part, we're working on the roof in the front. But trust me, as long as you guys watch the video, take your time, and be very careful, it can get done with no problems. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by grabbing our warped planks, and we're going to start with this peak right here. Now, we're going to flip around to this pole, and what I need you guys to do is grab your warped planks, starting from this point, and go right up against the wall. And we want to build a wall that is going to be the exact same height as our pillar. So let's do that quickly. There we go, just like that. Perfect. Now, what we can do from here is we're going to grab our spruce wood stairs, and starting down here, what I would like to do is from this point of the roof, we're just going to attach it to that wall that we just built. So let's do that quickly, just like this. And we're going to do the exact same thing right on top with the second row. Perfect. There we go. That's a start. Next up, we're going to work on these peaks again. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is, I don't know if I said anything in the last video, but we do want to do what we did earlier over here, which is extend this pillar out 3 blocks. So make sure to do that, just so that everything lines up nicely. Once you've got this built, what I then want to do is grab our spruce wood stairs, and we just want to connect them just like this, like what we did last time. Don't forget, when we get to the same height as these stairs, we just want to connect everything, just like this. We can do the same on the second row. And then don't forget, once we get to the pillar, we just go all the way to the end with it until we reach the roof. There we go. That looks perfect. Now when it comes to these two, what we got to do is we actually have to shave down the corners here. Now for this one, it's not a problem. There's nothing on the inside. And you're going to notice when we do this, it actually doesn't change anything. The really nice part about this is it's the corner block. So as you can see, if we break down one, we can see inside, or if we were to break the roof, you could definitely see inside. But shaving off the corner means absolutely nothing, does not change the build. So that's really cool. Now we need to do the same thing on this side. We just got to shave it back a little bit. Now, if we drop down in between in the middle, we can go up just like what we did earlier. And then we're going to connect these, right? Don't forget, it's all about connecting. And as you can see, look at that. We didn't break anything. Everything looks awesome. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to connect these two all the way to the end. and it looks fantastic. Look at that, everything's lining up really nice. Now we're going to go back to our slabs. We're going to go all the way to the end. Then don't forget, we can grab our stairs, and that means we can go all the way to this point. Now when it comes to this side, we're going to go all the way to the end for now. We're going to do the same right here. But for now, let's just leave it like that. We have to focus a little bit more on the middle here, and I'll show you guys how to join all of this together. Let's do that next. So whenever we're working on this portion of the roof, don't forget we do have a gap that we need to fill in here. So we're going to grab our spruce wood stairs, and similar to the one in between the two peaks here, we're just going to continuously go up in the middle, just like this. Don't forget, then we can focus on connecting. Now when it comes to connecting this area, you would think, oh, we just go through with our spruce. It's actually not that simple. We need to grab some diorite stairs, and for this section, we're going to connect it to the spruce, just like this. Perfect. Now, as per usual, we're just going to grab our spruce wood stairs, and from here, we can now connect everything just like we usually would. We can do the same thing with this row up here. We're just going to connect it to these stairs. And then finally, the exact same thing up top. However, we need to use polished diorite stairs. So see, the bottom row is polished, and so is the top, okay? So let's just go all the way to the end. But then whenever we get back to the main section of the roof, like see how they would attach here. Let me just bring this all the way to the end. See this attaching point? That is spruce. So we want to go like that, okay? There we go. Looking good. We can now bring this end as well to the end. Perfect. And we'll stop right there for now. Now we're going to flip around and we're going to focus on this side. Okay, so when working on this portion of the roof, what we want to do is we're going to start off by grabbing our warped planks, and we're going to come down to this pillar right here, and we just need to connect this pillar to the wall. Now, one thing to note is we only want this wall to be the height of the pillar. So this area right here, we can shave back a little bit to this corner, and everything is going to line up perfectly. So from there, we're golden. Then what we're going to do is we're going to grab our spruce wood stairs, and we're going to connect them all the way to that wall we just built. So we're going to do it for quite a few here. Let's just do it now. And then, as soon as we get to this height, because as you can see, we know the stair is going to be that height, what we're going to do is we're just going to merge them as per usual. Now, don't forget, this one has to be the exact same color as this, so it has to be the polished diorite. So we're going to go all the way to the end, but don't forget the merge point, which is this block, has to be spruce wood stairs. Now from here, what we can do is we can just connect the rest. There we go. Whoops, I missed that. Oh no, I did it again. There, third time's a charm. We can just continuously connect these. And then once we get to the top, we're just going to switch over to our polished diorite stairs. And don't forget, our connecting piece is spruce wood. So we're just going to put it together just like that. And then we can finish off the top. There we go. Everything's looking real good, but don't think we're done yet. We still have to put the hole in the roof, and we also have to put a ladder on the back, so we still have a little bit of work to do. Okay, so to continue along now, as you can see, I'm back inside one of the rooms upstairs. This is the room that I told you guys not to put a ceiling on, and this is why. So what we need to first do is we're going to start off by placing warped planks and extending all the walls that need extending. You can see there's this one right here. We don't have to touch it, okay? So we're just going to go all the way up to the roof, just like this, because the player is going to be able to drop in. Now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to grab some spruce wood stairs, and anywhere you see spruce wood, we just want to place some stairs upside down to kind of take away that blocky texture. There we go. Whoops, don't want to go that way. We want to place them upside down. And we're going to do the exact same thing on this side. I know this side only has one, but nevertheless, we still have to do it. Now we're going to flip around to the outside, and now we want to put a hole in the roof. Now, there really isn't a right way to put a hole in the roof, so we're just going to kind of break through, just like what I'm doing right here. And you just want to make it so that it's a big enough space so clearly the player can fit through, and also just kind of break it up to make it look like it's deteriorating a little bit. We can do a little bit of the same on the other side, but obviously, as you guys probably remember, we were only able to move over just a little bit, and you don't want to be able to actually fall into out of the game area in this portion of the roof, so you don't want to go too far down on this side. However, you could still do a few blocks, but there we go, just like this. The hole is complete. Everything looks good over here. Now we can focus on the back and the ladder. Okay, so now I'm behind the build and we're going to add the ladder. So to do this, we're going to need some dark oak planks, some dark oak fence, as well as some ladders. So we're going to come to the right hand side here, right beside the pillar, and we're going to move over 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And on this 4th block, we're going to place a dark oak plank, and we're going to go all the way to the top here. We're also going to want to break a set of stairs and place our dark oak planks just like this. Now on each side of that, we're also going to have to break another set of stairs. We're going to grab some warped planks, and then on the inside here, we want to just kind of add it like this. From here, we're going to grab our ladders, and we're going to go all the way up this pillar that we just made. Then we're going to grab some dark oak fence, and on each side, we're going all the way to the top, just like this. We're now going to do the exact same thing, coming out 2 blocks, so we're just going to do this quickly. There we go. And we're going to do the same thing on this side too. And then we're going to go out 2 blocks, so 1, 2 from the ladder, and we're going to go all the way to the top. Whoops. Just like this. Then in the bottom right hand corner, we're going to break 2 blocks, and this way you'll have access to the ladder and you can go all the way to the top. To finish things off, we're just going to come around one more time with our fence, and that way it kind of protects you so that you don't just instantly fall off. But there we go, looking good. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to go around and make a few small little adjustments to mistakes I made throughout the last 4 episodes. So if you guys don't mind, this is going to be uncut footage. It's just going to be me going through the entire build, and we're just going to make a few small changes. There's not much, so don't worry, there's not a lot left to do. The first one is, in the living room here, we just want to take this flower pot off of this table. There's not supposed to be a flower pot there. The next adjustment is going to be all the way over here, right outside of the kitchen, going into the bathroom. As you can see, this looks a little bit wonky here. Unfortunately, because of where the stairs are, it throws everything off. We just simply grab some trapdoors, some spruce trapdoors in particular, and we're just going to add an entire row to the ceiling. Unfortunately, when it comes to the wall, I don't do anything. It's one spot where it's just unfortunate, but it is what it is. Next, we're going to go upstairs quickly. So let's just run up there. We're going to grab a flower pot, and all we're going to do is add it to the floor right in between the trapdoor here and the set of stairs. And then next up, we're going to head outside quickly. And what we want to do is we want to go to this peak on the right hand side out front. We're going to break the window, and then we're also going to place some black concrete right behind it, just like this, like what we did on the other side. Then we'll flip around back. And what we need to do is actually, this is funny, this was a recent mistake I just noticed. We're going to grab some spruce wood planks, and then behind these 2 blocks right here, behind the fence, we're just going to break them, and instead of warped planks, we're going to place some spruce wood. That way it blends with the roof a lot nicer. And there you have it, all the mistakes have been fixed. Everything is now just like the original build. So I really hope you guys enjoyed yet another remastered build. I had a lot of fun building this. It was really cool getting to make the changes from the original to this new one. This one is obviously a lot more accurate. It uses a bunch of different blocks, and I think that it looks really good compared to the original. I know the original is nostalgic and whatnot, but this build is a lot cleaner and just straight up a lot better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me tell you, there is a remastered build coming that, oh man, let me tell you, this is long overdue. But anyway, till next time, guys, peace.